Now then guys, welcome back to another UK Van Addict. Right, we're going to start off by doing, well, we're not starting off, but we are going to be doing some painting. What we're going to start off doing is cleaning all this bloody sawdust and plastic bits what I've been cutting and what have you. Let me show you, it's a bloody mess. Right, hang on. Yeah, everywhere. So I need to clean that up before I start doing any painting, because it's everywhere. Yeah, so as you can see, it's everywhere. And I thought, I was just cracking the tin up and I thought, right, I'm going to start painting. I looked on the floor for, yeah, I need to clean the dust up first. It'd be a wise idea. So yeah, so I'm going to clean all the dust up and then I'm going to crack on with some paint. And as soon as I start doing some painting, I'll show you. But like what I'm doing is I'm painting all these fronts in black. Same with this. I'll show you around here. Same with there. And I've taped it. Oops, can you see? Yep. So all up there, taped it all up because I don't want to get any black on there. So yeah, let me show you. All that's taped up. All that's going to go black. This is obviously white. All the fronts are black, everything. So, like I say, everything needs cleaning. All that's going in black. It's just the fronts, just the fronts. The insides are staying white. Then I've got a trim to go on here. I told you that before, which is there, the little brown trim. I'm going to paint that black as well, but obviously I'm going to paint the back of it black and then put the trims on, so there's no little bits of white showing through. So let's crack on with cleaning. I won't show you that I've cleaned up, just to show you that I have cleaned up. So yeah, I'll crack on with a bit of painting, and as soon as I've completed a certain area, I'll show you. There's no point showing you painting, it's boring, isn't it? It's boring for me. So yeah, let's crack on. See you soon. Right then, that took me hours. I painted all the fascias, the louver doors for the clothes cupboard. Can't think where it was then. So yeah, it took me forever. I'll show you what I've done. Right. So, like I said, I was just painting the fascias. So I've painted the fascias on that, and I've painted the fascias on there. And I've painted the louver doors, which are there. I've painted the edges of here, which you can see. Painted up there. Painted all the front of there. Painted all that, because when the oven goes in there, bearing in mind the oven's almost black, it's like a real dark brown, blacky looking colour. So when the oven goes in there, it's gonna, you know, it's going to fit onto there, and well, you're not going to really notice it. But obviously you'd notice it if it was white. The worktop's going to be white. I've already got the paint for that. I'll give it a sand down today. So yeah, that one's a cut paint. All that's all done. All up there's done. You see, I haven't done that part because that's inside the cupboard. This is where the door is going to fit onto here. It's going to stop up around here, so it's only going to be two small doors on that part. And then on the top, that's just going to be one opening door, so it's going to be one door like what's going straight across, and obviously there's two doors there. Right, so then, like I said, there's going to be trims going along all on the fronts of here, and on the front of here, across here, all around there. These louver doors are going to be fitted on here. Can't really show you, but yeah, they're going to go on there. Painted all up there on the fascia. Yeah, everything's done. Obviously I've cleaned up all the dust and sawdust and bits of plastic off, cutting all that stuff. So this is the electric cupboard. This is where obviously the batteries are going to be. But I am still planning on putting a drawer in here for our clothes. So we're going to have a little wardrobe up there and a drawer for our clothes. I'm not going to make it like too big, so it's only going to be as big as probably what you get a set of drawers in a house, you know, up to about here. So then I'm going to have that cupboard in there, and then I'm going to have all the electrics and what have you all inside there. I was going to do it in the back of the van, but it's all going to go in here now. So what I need to still buy is bloody hell, the inverter. So I, like I said before, I was looking at a Victron inverter, so I'm going to get a Victron inverter for there. I need a bloody hell, I can't think of the names. Another inverter for to invert the power from 12 to 240. Yeah, so that's what we're at so far. This is, I'm going to carpet this little trim here, because all up here, that's all going to be carpeted. All that's going to be carpeted. I still need to do inside there. I need to open the door, pull this trim off. I've got some expanding foam. So yeah, I'll put the expanding foam in, then I'll trim it all off. Same with the bottom. I'll do that round there. Like I said, this is going to be grey carpet. Going to have some black trim on the corners, on both ends of the corners. I'm going to fit the door in the inside, so I need to do a trim, like a bead, going all the way around the frame. So then when the door closes, it's going to close onto the bead. So I want to put a little bit of like insulation, so when you close it, it's going to be watertight from the inside, because obviously it's going to be a toilet and a shower. Yeah, so that's where we're at so far. I don't even know what I'm going to do next. Definitely going to paint that worktop. Then there's like the sink to go in, there's a tap to fit, the oven to put back in, there's the fridge freezer to go back in, and then obviously I need to start making cupboard doors. I'm going to put the gas bottle in there, and then I'm going to sort all the gas out. I need to put the hot water boiler up here, that needs to go in there. I need to figure out getting a flue to go out the top of the van. Yeah, so basically I'm just making it up, I'm winging it, just making it up as I go along. But yeah, even though I'm winging it and making it up as I go along, it's still coming along nicely. So I'll catch you again when I'm doing something new. Right then, today I thought I'd paint the worktop. Right, so I've painted the worktop. It's quick drying satin wood, pure brilliant white. So I'll show you. That's just the reflection off the window. But yeah, there's the. You can't really see much, to be fair, but I've painted it anyhow. I've masked it all around so I don't get it on all the edges. So yeah, it's all painted. There's the first coat on. I'll wait till that dries again, and then I'll go in around all the edges again, all the way around, because there is like some of the black mastic still showing through, black paint and what have you. So I'll wait for that to dry, give it another coat. Right then, not that you can notice or see, but I've actually put 3 good coats of paint on there, and that's obviously a reflection of the window, because I've still got the plastic on, so it just makes it a little bit harder to see through, you know, people being nosy. So yeah, that's had 3 coats of paint. I need to clean them out. What I've done is, while I've been sitting around, I've put the sink together, put all the pipes on the back. That's ready to go in. There's a flexi hose to go on there, so that's just going to go to the floor. And then I need to drill an hole and get a flexi pipe to go through the van, and that's that job done. So I need to, once I've done that, I need to drill an hole out here, put the tap in, but obviously that's going to be last of all. Well, not last of all, but I need to, when this is dry, so I'm going to give it a couple of days to dry. Then I'm going to sand it down, give it a light coat of sand, wet and dry, so it just gives it a little bit of a better finish. And then I'll give it another couple of coats of paint, and that'll be that finished then. But obviously I'm going to take all this masking tape off, you know, just wait for it to go off a little bit, because otherwise it'll never come off. So in the meantime, I'll go wash my roller and brush out. Not a lot done today, but you know, it's summit. There is loads of little jobs, but you know, that's the one that I'm concentrating on the most. Right then, so I've decided not to put a window in the toilet bathroom, because I thought if we have a shower in there, it's just going to soak the window. I'm going to put the window in here, but I thought it'd just soak it, you know, the window. So what I did was go on eBay and bought myself a Max Air fan. Obviously the back outside of the van's going to be black and grey, so I've got a black dome Max Air fan. So yeah, that's going to go in there instead of a window, obviously to get rid of any condensations or smells. So yeah, so that's what I've done. I've decided to do that. And the other thing is I've started drilling the holes. So I've drilled an hole there, so then I can put the electrical wires, which is, this is the electrical wire there. So that's going to go through there, go through the back of there, then it's going to come through into that hole there. Obviously going to pin it all down, and then I've drilled 3 holes in there, so the electric wire is going to go through there, through there, through there. So one's going to come up here, so that's going to be for the ignition for the gas to click the gas on. And then the other wire is going to come through there, go up there, go through there, into here. Oh no, sorry, not into there. That's going to go into here. This is going to be into the back of the fridge, so that's going to power the fridge up. Right, so the other holes, so like I said, I've got 3 holes there. So coming from the water pump, so that's going to go all the way through there, up there, up here, into there. That's going to be the water in for the hot water boiler. Then there's the water out, so that's going to come back. So then there's going to be one that's going to be going up there across the roof, like I said, because I'm gonna have like a piece of wood carpeted with all the lights in. It's going to be slightly raised from the ceiling, so then I can put all the electric wires and the water wire all into here. Then it obviously the electric wire is going to coming into the ceiling, so I can put a light in there. Then the water pipe is going to come down here, one for the toilet, one for the shower, so that's going to be a hot water feed. So what else am I going to do? So the other hot water feed is going to come, so one's going to go across the ceiling, the other one is going to come down, back through there, back through here, up to the tap. So obviously I'm going to have one from the pump going to the tap, and obviously the hot water coming back. So obviously the tap's going to go on here. So yeah, that's what I've got so far. Then there's obviously the gas bottle's going to go in here. So then there's the gas pipe going into there, into here, connecting to the gas bottle. Obviously there's going to be a gas pipe coming up here into there. All a little bit technical really. Right, I know what I mean, I know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's a little bit technical. All the pipes go in and out everywhere. Yeah, so that's where we're at so far. So I need to obviously bring all the electric cables, one from down here in the cupboard where the batteries are, feed it all through. One for the cooker, one for the fridge. So I'll get them all wired in. And then I need to source something for the gas bottle, some sort of regulator, so I can put the gas pipes on there, because obviously I need like a double ended regulator or something or other, I don't know. Obviously one for the oven, and the other one for the hot water boiler. So I need to source that out. I can maybe have a look on eBay. Yeah, so I'll give that a try. See what comes up with that. So when I've fitted the electrical cables in, I think my next job is that I need to panel all this bathroom out, obviously with the same as what I've done the kitchen, and then obviously panel all that out in there, because there's obviously the max air fan what's going to go in the wall, so I don't want to panel it. I don't want to fit that in and then have to panel it and cut round it. I'd rather panel it and then just cut it, so I know it's right then. As well as, like, there's the toilet hole that needs cutting out, so I'd rather get it all panelled out, and then cut the holes afterwards once I've put all the panelling on. So I'm gonna have to get some sort of hole saw as big as that pipe. I think it's about 5 inch, 6 inch maybe, I don't know, 5 inch I think. Yeah, so I've got to suss out a hole saw that big. So yeah, that's basically all I'm going to show you on this video. The next time I'm gonna have some progress. I've probably done the bathroom, or I've fitted out all the gas pipes and put the oven in and the fridge in and stuff like that. So obviously all the electrical wires, they'll all be at the other end. It's not going to be running just yet because I'm not connecting the batteries up just yet, because I want to get all the solar panels and what have you up there. So yeah, so I'm going to end this video on this. Like I say, if you got this far, like and subscribe. Subscribing is very important, to help the channel grow. Yeah, thank you very much. See you soon.